Hey everybody, it's Max. I'm back with another font review. It's been a while since I did the last one. I took a little bit of a break from font reviews. Got a lot going on behind the scenes. I can't talk about it right now, but there's a lot of cool stuff that's I'm really excited that's going on behind the scenes in terms of saber fonts. So, but in the meantime, here is a brand new font review. I'm going to be doing one from the long list of Kyberphonic fonts. He's got a lot. I'm just going to say that right now. I think this is technically my first that I've bought from him that wasn't like a collab or anything, because the only ones I have that are technically a part of his collection, but they're his fonts, but not really. The two Jedi Fallen Order collab fonts that he did with Kasith, which were awesome. So for this video, I'm going to be doing strictly Kyberphonic, and it's going to be his Tusken Terminator font. This is inspired by the scene, of course, in Episode 2 when Anakin goes a little off the deep end and slaughters a bunch of Tusken Raiders. I'm going to be demoing this on my Saber Trio Reaver with Crystal Focus 10, although the font does come in CFX, Profi, and Verso formats, although I'm using the Crystal Focus version just because that's just the one I have. So let's get into it. And again, Tusken Raider for the boot up. I never stand the Tusken Raiders. They always were annoying to me as a kid. So, they got what they deserved. And, yeah, I mean, they were cool in Mando, but outside of that, they're not really that cool. So, let's get into it. So you get multiple different power-ons depending on how you hold the saber. And let me just say this right now. This hum, like, listen to that. I don't know how to describe it, but, like, it's like a static hum like that we're used to with Star Wars, but there's something different about this. It's deeper. It sounds menacing, but not to a certain degree as, like, a standard Sith Lord font. It's menacing enough. Sort of like, I guess the best way to describe it is, you know, it's the perfect hum to represent that slow, gradual transition that Anakin went through in the dark side. And this is one of those moments where it came out in full force. It definitely came out in full force. So, let's get into some smooth swings. Very Sith hum sounding smooth swings, but they work for any lightsaber, whether it be a Jedi, Sith, you name it. I think for the Episode 2 Anakin, it works because the the swings in the prequels are always very like deep, not like bassy, but definitely very deep and aggressive, very quick too. So accent swings. Including the spin. I apologize, you guys. It's been a while since I did a font review, so I'm sort of out of it right now because there's been a lot going on. So I guess some lockup. And in the case of this font, he doesn't include the start lock or end lock file specifically in the Crystal Focus version. This was at the time where the Crystal Focus board didn't actually support smooth fade-ins and fade-outs, or I'm sorry, just fade-ins to the lockup and the drag. So that was changed in, I believe, version 10.B. It was a long time ago because the current version I'm running right now is version E. Whoops. We'll get to that later. The current version I'm running is 10.E, but all you have to do is just go into the Profi folder, copy the begin lock files, but rename it so that instead of saying BGN, rename it so it says start lock, and they'll work just fine on the Crystal Focus. Okay, let's show off the rest of the blade effects with, let's show off the rest of the effects with a blade. And you may notice I'm using a new Allen key this time. Little PSA for anyone who's got a lightsaber with these very delicate Allen keys. My maybe I should show you guys. Let me show you. So you notice on my old Allen key, let me get close to the camera and show you guys. Can't really get it to focus all that well, so but you'll see there's like something stuck on the Allen key where my finger is. And that's the original retention screw. So be very careful when you unscrew your original retention screw from Saber Trio. I'm using the replacement screw that they give me, and I think it's a lot better than the original screw. But you need to be careful when you unscrew your saber, or else something like this will happen, where the screw could either get stuck in your saber, or in my case, get stuck on the Allen key and you can't pull it off. See, that sucker, it's on there tight. I'm not gonna get it out. I'm just gonna have to stick to using the replacement screw that they gave me. So for this font, I went with Arctic Blue instead of Royal Blue because Anakin's saber in the movie is sort of like a lighter blue. It's not deep blue or royal blue like how it is in Revenge of the Sith, but it's not cyan either. It's somewhere in between. I just didn't want to go with light blue, and I think Arctic Blue just works the best for Episode 2 Anakin. But again, that's just me. So with this font, you get Tusken Raider grunts and squeals and stuff. It's pretty messed up, but it's funny at the same time. I think it's probably the reason why everyone got this font, because it just captures that moment, that scene in Episode 2 so well. He went crazy on those Tusken Raiders. Yeah. Oh yeah. The blasters are really cool. I don't know what he does with the blasters. I think he uses this in a couple of his other fonts, but I don't know where he sourced that sound from or how we mix that together. But it sounds awesome. I like him. Let's get into some force effects. And they're all Tusken Raider squeals and groans and stuff like. They always remind me of, like, the sound of pigs, you know, like, you know, that kind of. I can't mimic the sound, but you know what I'm talking about when pigs squeal and such. But in space. Here's your tip drag. And again, with the drag, you want to rename begin drag from the Prophy folder as start drag and copy those over to the CFX saber, or the CFX version of the font, and they'll work just fine. The only reason why they're not included is just because, like I said earlier in the review, at the time the CFX board didn't support them, but it does now, so this font is definitely a bit of an older one for Kyberphonic, so that's probably why. So there you go. That is Tusken Terminator by Kyberphonic. I've pretty much showcased, I'm pretty sure, everything that comes with the font. It's not like a theatrical font or anything, but it is a really solid font. And it's probably one of the only Episode 2 Anakin fonts out there, because the only other one I can think of off the top of my head is Desert Slayer by Juan Sith. Those are the only two that you really have on the market. His and Kyberphonic's. And they're both great, but I think for me, it's the Tusken Raiders deaths and screams and the clashes and the hum and all that really sells this font well. I love it. So it's definitely one of those go-to fonts where you can just go to it and just have some fun of it. Just go outside in your backyard and just mess around pretending you're killing Tusken Raiders. As morbid as that sounds, but you do whatever you want. Let me just double check and make sure I showcased everything. Oh, there is one more thing I need to showcase. Music track. There is one music track that comes included on this. I think it's pretty obvious on what it's going to be. Sorry, I think I almost went to the dark side for a sec there. But I'm just trying to get into the scene. You know how say what you will about Hayden Christensen's acting, but man, I think for me, I mean, I love him, and I think that scene after his mother dies, and he that look on his face when he looks up, you could tell he's like, he's out, he's gone. He is full dark side kill mode. Well, don't know why Padme decided to stay with him. Oh yeah, sure, he killed a bunch of Tusken Raiders, but that's okay. Yeah, no, I don't think anyone would want to stay with a dude after he claims to have murdered women, children, and not just men. But anyways, that's Tusken Terminator. I hope you all enjoyed it. You can pick it up over at Kyberphonic's website. I'll leave a link in the description. His demo is a little outdated on his channel. The only thing that's missing is the updated hum. But if you watch Star Wars Theory's video or anyone who's showcased this font, it has a new hum in there. So thank you all so much for watching. May the Force be with you, and I hope to see you all in the next review video. Take care, everybody.
I hate them!